Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Arun Reddy Tech for You. In this video, today's topic is structure and union, and we are going to learn defining a structure, declaration of structure, accessing and initialization of structure, array of structure, nested structure, and defining union and comparison between structure and union. So friends, if you don't want to miss my video, please subscribe my channel Arun Reddy Tech for You, and don't forget to like my videos. Coming to a structure is a collection of data items with dissimilar data type. That means the structure data types are dissimilar. Okay, a structure contains different types of data types. And next point, keyword struct is used to declare the variables with structure. So how we can declare a structure with the using a keyword struct. Okay, so let us see how we declare a structure. Defining a structure, you can see syntax struct space structure name data type member 1, data type member 2, data type member 3, so on, and a close bracket semicolon. Okay, this is what your syntax of a structure. So let us see a small example. See, struct, again we use keyword struct. Student is a structure name. Int char, int float are the data types, and serial number 1, serial name, marks, percentage are the members. Nice, right? And you can see a note that our structure should end with a semicolon. So at the end of the curl brackets, we have to end with the semicolon, right? So let us see how we can declare a structure. So declaring a structure, we have two types. One is declaring structure variables separately in the main, and declaring structure variables within the structure. Okay, so let us see first declaring structure variables separately. So how we declare? We use, see, same program just we have discussed. Struct student int serial number, char serial name, sorry, student name, int marks, float percentage, close bracket semicolon. Okay, this is how we end our structure, and we are declaring structure variables s1 and s2 in the main. See, struct space student, that is nothing but structure name, struct space student s1 comma s2. This is one way of declaring structure variables separately in the main. Okay, so we are declaring separately in the main. We can also declare the structure variables within the structure. Okay, so let us see. Okay, so declaring structure variables with structure definition. So within the structure definition only we can declare. Let us see struct student, again the same, into serial number, char student name, into marks, float percentage, and end before semicolon we are writing s1 comma s2, and then we are ending with the semicolon. Okay, so this is how we declare structure variables with structure definition. Nice, right? So let us see how we can access members. We can access members in the two way. One, we can access member operators and with the dot operator, and we can also access by using structure pointer operator. Okay, so when you are directly accessing members, we use dot operator, and when we are using reference, just like means point operator, if you are using pointer operator, then we use structure pointer operator. So let us see a small example. See, examples s1 dot age. See, s1 is a variable, and age is a member. To access member, how we are doing? S1 dot age. So dot is operator which we have discussed now. Member operator. What kind of operator is dot? Dot is a member operator. Okay, so let us see how we can initialize in the structure. So how we can initialize in the structure? So structure variable initialization using assignment operator. So we use assignment operator equal to, and we use input operators like scanf. Okay, so we have different methods. So let us see. Okay, so I have taken three examples. One is s1 equals to, and I am using curl brackets. Okay, you can also say flower brackets. I am using flower brackets, and in that I am writing value 18, and close the flower brackets and semicolon. And second way is s1 dot age is equal to 18. This is the individual initialization, and we can also initialize by using scanf, like scanf percentile d comma s1 dot age. Okay, so this is how we can initialize the variables in the structure. So let us see a small program. Okay, so straight structure accessing and initialization. So let us see a small example. Okay, so here you can see I have used s1 dot we use for accessing dot age is equal to 18, equal to a symbol I have used, and also used string copy. So whenever you are using string copy, you can also use string copy for string operators. You can also use string operators to initialize the string. Okay, so if you want to write string copy, then remember you should have a header file string.h. Okay, so so this is how we can initialize the value. So let us see output. See, name of the student when Arun. So name of student 1 s1 dot name, nothing but a Arun, and age of the student s1 dot age. What is the s1 dot age? 18, right? So this is the output. And we can also have another alternative. Instead of s1 dot age and string copy, I can use, see, scanf percentile s comma and s1 dot name, and scanf percentile d comma s1 dot age. So I can also use alternative as a alternative scanf for the s1 and dot age equal to 18 and a string copy. Okay, and we can also declare another way of declaration. So let us see. I will take another example. See here, this is a simple declaration, but we have to follow the order. And you can see first I have declared serial name, then I have declared age. So that's why what I have done, first I have taken Arun and Arun serial name, sorry, student name, and 18 age. So we have to follow the order when you are declaring the values in the flower bracket. Then we have to follow the order. Nice, right? Again, the output will be same. What is the output? Name of the student 1 Arun, and name of the age of the student 1 is 18. Nice, right? So this is how we can access and initialize. So we can use equal to symbol, and equal to symbol also we have individual accessing like s1 dot age is equal to 18, or group accessing like s1 dot s1 is equal to, and we can declare all the values at a time, and we can also use scanf. Nice, right? So let us see what is array of structure. So in the structure also we have a array, and structure supports array. So we can declare an array of structures variables in which each element of array will be represented structure variable. Okay, so remember, structure array and array of structure are same. Okay, don't get confused. Okay, so I'll take a small example. You can see here I have declared struct student s1, and bracket I have taken size 3. As we know, our array when we declare size 3, our array start from 0 and ends with size -1, right? So here I am initializing by using equal to and string copy, and so let us see how it is work. Okay, so first s1 dot 0, s1 dot 0, in the s1 dot s1 0 I have taken age, name. Next again s1 dot s1 1 dot age, s1 1 name. Next I went to s1 2 dot age and s1 2 dot name. So if you are confused, you can just remove the 1. Okay, so it will be easy. s0 s1 s2. Okay, so let us see how we can print the arrays of structure. So I don't want print every time s1 dot s1 0 s1 2 s1 1 like this. So what I will do, I will take in a for loop. So I have taken a for loop, and I have initialized I is equal to 0 because my array start from 0 and less than 3. So it should end till 2. 2 is nothing but a less than 3, right? So I have taken a for loop. So let us see how this will work. See, first for loop it went, and as we know I is equal to 0, right? So record number percentile d I plus 1. Why I have taken I plus 1? Because I don't want to show record number is equal to 0. So first it is 0, right? So I have added 1. So record number 1, and student name of the student is s10 dot name. So what is s10 dot name? Arun, right? What is the s10 dot age? It's a 18, right? So it will print. Nice, right? So again next I will increase to 1 again. So record 2, name of the student Ravi, and age of the student 18. Again next again I will become 2 and it will print record number 3, and name of the name of the student Ajay, and age of the student 18. Right after I will become again 3 and the condition fails and it will stop. Nice, right? Okay, so let us see nested structure. Nested structure is nothing but a structure within a structure, just like nested if within a if. The same way we have a nested structure. So what I have done, I will take an example. In that, black color is a first first structure, and within that I have a red color. I have colored red for the nested structure, another subs. Okay, so you can see here struct student bracket. See, this bracket starts here and ends here last, and within that again we have a structure, right? So first student name. Okay, so we can assume student name, int age, and next again what I have done, I have taken student address. Okay, so in the student address, char locality, char city, int pin code. Okay, so this red color you can see is a within a structure. Okay, so the black color is a above structure, and red color is structure within a structure. So this is how we can declare the nested structure. Nice, right? So let's move to the union. Okay, union is similar to structure, so both are same. The only major difference we can find is it is a collection. See, it's a collection of data items, but different data items, but with a common memory. So what we are saying, union is also a collection of different data items. Okay, and it is also having a different data items, but memory is common. So but structure, in what happened in the structure memory is separate, but union memory is common, right? So let us see a small example. Before that, we use union keyword. Okay, so union keyword is used to declare the variables with union. Okay, so let us see a declaration of union. See, union name, same like a structure, data type member1, data type member2, data type member3, close bracket and semicolon. Here also you can see the same semicolon you can add. Okay, so example again, union student, same example I have taken because it will be easy to remember, right? Int serial number, character s name, and float percentage, semicolon. Okay, it will also end with the semicolon. Nice, right? So let us see what is the major difference between a structure and union. Let us compare both. Okay, see, structure is a collection of data data items with dissimilar data type. Union are similar to structure but with a common memory. See, you can see I have taken four data members. One is serial number, second one is student name, marks, percentage. Here also serial number, student name, marks, percentage. In the structure you can see the memory is separate. See, serial number memory is separate, student name is memory is separate, marks memory is separate, and percentage memory is separate. Here what happens, all will share the common memory. In the union they are sharing the common memory. And the next difference is, see, struct is a keyword we use for a structure and union is a keyword we use for union, right? And the third difference is, you can see whichever is the highest memory. Suppose you can see structure, it contains separate into 2 bytes, character each 1 byte, again into 2 bytes, float 4 bytes, right? It will contain separate memory. But what happens in the union, let us assume serial number is the highest one, 10. The whole memory contains the highest value as 10, right? This is the major difference between a structure and union. So let us see difference between a structure and union. See, first structure, what we use, struct, and union we use keyword struct. Okay, the size, next different size, see, greater than or equal to the sum of the size. So all together its memory will be like a 2 bytes plus 1 byte plus 3 bytes. It is a addition of all. But what happens, union, whichever is the largest one, that's the highest, right? So memory, each structure member is assigned unique storage, so a separate storage will be there. But what happened for union, they will have share the all the members, individual members will share common memory, right? And coming to the structure, alternating of value of member will not affect the member of other member of structure. So what we are saying, suppose because each has separate memory, each has separate memory. Suppose if I have deleted a serial number from the structure, it will not affect the other variable because they have their own memory. But union, what happens, any alteration to the any members, if you are increasing or if you are decreasing the size, or if you are removing any data members in the union, that will affect the other members also, right? So individual members can be accessed at a time. Here in the union, individual members only one member can access at a time, right? So individual accessing is not possible. Okay. And coming to the next, initialization, several members of structures can initialize at once, but in the union only one, only the first member of a union can be initialized. Okay. So this is the major difference between a structure and union. Nice, right? So friends, keep practicing. Thank you.